Hello, I'm here to speak to you again on issues that will enlighten and uplift for those who will hear. So, I'm here to speak on a little topic that's prosperity. Is it okay to want prosperity? Is there something wrong with it? I will be delving into some words of scripture that will highlight what's okay and what's not. So I would like to start out with a dream that I used to have. I've not had it in a while. I usually dream that there was a tsunami and I was always, seeing the tsunami on the horizon. I was always running, searching for my family. There are always members of my family that I was going in search of, or I was going looking for clothes and things to pack, food, and time was always running out, and I was always running, and the tsunami would catch up on us. And after a while, the dream just kept, coming every now and then, and it basically at the same thing. I was always running back looking for things. So at one point in the dream, I decided to just run as I knew it was coming. I just head to the hills and was running. And in those dreams, I realized that when I was running and not going back looking for different things, like everyone usually end up together and we would escape the tsunami. So after a while I stopped having this dream. So there were lessons that I learned from it, and I felt that it had a meaning that we are to, with the coming of Christ, we are to not, be attached to our earthly treasures, always looking back for things. We are to just go as we are. And for those persons who know that I recently immigrated to Canada, it's now 7 months, and the thought of having to sell my furnitures and my car, I was surprised that I was not feeling attached to these things. And to me, it had some spiritual meaning that, when it's time to go, just go. Do not look back for anything, do not be so attached to anything that you cannot do without it. And so here we are in a country starting afresh. And I told myself I do not want to be attached to anything, any house, any car, any belongings, in any way that it's not okay to run, right? When we're looking to go to God, we are to not, focus on these things. So there are some Bible texts that I want to highlight. One is from 3 John 1 verse 2, which speaks, "Beloved, I wish above all things that thou mayest prosper and be in good health, even as thy soul prospereth." So I would like to highlight some things that God wishes above all things that we prosper and that we be in good health. But the next part says, even as our soul prosper. So if we're not okay in the spiritual realm, we're not okay with God, then prosperity in that sense is not okay, right? But we're to remember that God wishes above all things that we prosper and be in good health. So it's okay, for us to have good things happen to us, and we're to thank God. Always remember to thank God in all the things, the good things that are happening to us. Do not forget Him. Another text, Mark 8 verse 36. "For what shall it profit a man to gain the whole world and lose his soul? So if you're going to be gaining things and you're going to lose your soul, it doesn't make any sense. And I've always said to persons, I would rather remain poor than, than my soul, than I lose my soul over earthly things. Another one, Mark 10 verse 25 says, it's easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle than for a rich man to enter into the kingdom. It did not say a rich man will not enter. Rich people will enter. So if you're poor and thinking that all those rich persons are going to go to hell, the Bible did not say that. It says it is easier for a camel to enter through the eye of a needle than for a rich man to enter into the kingdom. Basically, because most times rich persons are attached to their possessions, always trying to protect their possessions. So it's harder for them, but it doesn't mean it's impossible, right? So I would like to end here by saying it's okay. God wishes above all things that we prosper. But in the midst of it, if you're going to be so engrossed that you forget God, remember that Solomon was a very rich man and God blessed him. So, it's wrong for persons to see, good things happening to a person and say, no, that's not going to work. Yeah. Because God wishes above all things. And when you are experiencing prosperity, please remember to thank God. Okay? Thank God for all that you have received. And, if it is that you're going to gain the whole world and lose your soul, then it doesn't make any sense. So even for me, I'm just asking God that, if He chooses to bless me in whatever way, that I always remember Him, and I'm grateful, and that I will know in the back of my mind that this is His wish and, His desire for us. So, thank you.